It's noise that I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say. I have a scout, I have 11 other minds on my team and in my locker room that we got to make sure that we're on the same mindset. So I really can't give you the best answer on that because I really don't pay any attention to it. My goal is just to go out there and be the best that I can be for my teammates, both on and off the court, and we're going to go out there and be us.
The crown of women's basketball has slipped, and the former queen is aiming blame at the one who took her place. A.J. Wilson, a 3-time MVP and 2-time champion, was left off the Team USA roster. Her reaction was simple: point at Caitlin Clark. But here is the part nobody wants to say out loud. This decision had nothing to do with Clark. It was Wilson's own ego promising more than her game could deliver on the international level.
Beware, folks. AB might be talking to Becky throughout the game day. They're best friends. Run it out, Wilson.
Do you believe A.J. Wilson deserved a spot on Team USA, or did the selectors get it right? Share your opinion in the comments. Now let's roll things back to 2022, when A.J. Wilson was treated like basketball royalty. MVP awards stacked up like trophies on a shelf. Championship rings that sparkled under arena lights. Sponsorships that put her ahead of most people's dreams. Every major sports outlet called her the best of her era, without hesitation. Wilson looked at herself and saw someone untouchable. Someone who believed the spotlight belonged to her forever. Then Caitlin Clark arrived and crashed that ceremony.
9 from the floor and has not taken a free throw attempt. There's her second field goal.
She looks up into the sky.
High percentage shooter. Here she is out on Caitlin, who shoots over her and hits a three. You saw her do it over Brianna Stewart.
Clark did not wait her turn or ask permission to matter. She tore the door down. Venues were packed long before she showed up. TV numbers the WNBA had chased for years suddenly appeared whenever she played. Highlights flooded sports shows because fans could not look away from 30-foot shots dropping with defenders all over her. Writers rushed to cover the Iowa sensation. Viewers who barely followed the league were suddenly marking their calendars for Clark games. She brought millions of new eyes to women's basketball. That kind of exposure should have inspired appreciation across the league, but appreciation was not what Wilson felt.
Just became the all-time scoring leader in women's college basketball. I'm curious, where would you rank her amongst all-time college players, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. My teammate KP was just like, yeah, that's huge. That's a lot of points. And I think she got to win her one to really kind of have her name in that. But I mean, she's always going to be a great player for Iowa. But yeah, winning one is pretty huge in college. So.
Instead of applauding what Clark meant for the sport since growth benefits everyone, Wilson chose to see her as an enemy. Not a teammate or a fellow representative, but a rival to be challenged. It began quietly with liked posts questioning Clark's credibility, then vague tweets that clearly aimed to weaken her success without naming her. Wilson perfected the passive-aggressive social media routine. Whenever Clark broke records or delivered huge performances, Wilson's pages suddenly filled with reminders of her own past achievements. The timing was never accidental.
Was knowing that she had a shoe and continuing to push the narrative that she was being fucked over by Nike, which started the whole hate train towards Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. Because let's be real, that hate train was not there until the Nike deal. To an extent, but like it got really bad. It got really, really bad. And to be fair, like Caitlin Clark got taunted, then came out and said, she got taunted, came out and defended Angel Reese, and they still attacked her.
When Clark earned Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year honor, a huge moment for women's sports, Wilson's online activity showed clear resentment. The signal was obvious. Clark was not someone lifting the league. She was a threat to the image Wilson believed she had created. Jealousy is impossible to hide. You can deny it, but everyone else sees it. That envy surfaced in interviews where Wilson used phrases like real impact and sustained excellence to downplay Clark. It appeared in sharper remarks as Clark's popularity grew beyond anything Wilson had reached. It showed up in selective silence whenever Clark's name came up. Wilson made the mistake of treating every Clark milestone as a personal attack on her legacy instead of recognizing the historic expansion of women's basketball. She convinced herself she was protecting veterans when she was really shielding her ego from the reality that a younger and more marketable star had arrived. What Wilson did not realize was that Team USA officials were observing everything closely and documenting it all. There is another detail the mainstream media avoids. Wilson has a weakness that becomes obvious in international play. In the WNBA, she averages close to 12 free throws a game. On paper that sounds dominant, but film shows something else. A player skilled at drawing contact and selling it to officials. Drives end with dramatic reactions. Clean defense turns into foul appeals. Much of her scoring relies on favorable calls. In the WNBA, that style is rewarded. Officials recognize stars. The system supports it. International basketball operates differently. FIBA referees ignore reputation and allow physical play. Contact that sends Wilson to the line at home results in nothing overseas. What she expects to be rewarded is routine in that environment. Scouts saw this in exhibitions and it raised concerns. Her efficiency dropped sharply. Without constant whistles, her offense stalled. Her rhythm depends on stoppages that never come internationally. She thrives in one system, and that system does not exist at the Olympics or World Cup. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark. When Clark scores, it cannot be taken away. Deep pull-ups fall from 30 feet. When contact happens, she finishes through it. Her step-backs and long-range shots rely on skill, not whistles. Clark beats defenders with intelligence, timing, and footwork. Her game works everywhere because it is built on fundamentals, not exploiting officiating. Side by side, the contrast is clear. Wilson creates contact and waits. Clark adjusts and scores. Then the moment arrived. Team USA released its early pool for the 2026 World Cup and 2028 Olympics. Wilson checked the list. Her name was missing. Sources say her reaction was explosive. After years of believing she was untouchable, she learned she had been replaced by the very player she tried to undermine. The reaction reportedly lasted days. Phone calls were made. Meetings were requested with coaches who had already moved forward. At the same time, Clark accepted congratulations quietly and shared simple thank you messages. No jabs, no demands, just appreciation. Wilson's camp floated excuses about scheduling conflicts. Nobody believed it. Team USA coaches had been evaluating more than performance. They tracked behavior. Every subtle dig, every vague post, every interview comment was noted. They needed players who put team first. International play demands composure, unity, and character. Pressure is higher, crowds are hostile, and every reaction is magnified. A player who struggles with criticism online cannot carry national expectations globally. Wilson's response to being cut confirmed the decision. It was not calm acceptance. It was emotional collapse. That fragility is dangerous at the Olympic level. Clark, on the other hand, absorbed years of criticism without retaliation. She handled controversy with poise that attracts sponsors and reassures selectors. While Wilson focused on shade, Clark focused on performance. While Wilson minimized others, Clark spoke with respect. The contrast is undeniable. Clark's chemistry with teammates reflects trust and humility. Team USA wants players who fit systems, not egos. Players who sacrifice personal numbers for team success. Wilson's history suggests the opposite. Clark shows she will do whatever helps the group win. This is more than a roster move. It signals a shift in values. The era of the special whistle is fading. The era of pure skill is rising. Team USA chose professionalism over drama and growth over jealousy. Clark's appeal reaches global audiences. Her style translates everywhere. She brings new fans, not just existing ones. The upcoming World Cup and Olympics will highlight her leadership. Wilson's presence would have added distraction. This story is about accountability. Wilson spent years trying to diminish Clark and revealed her priorities in the process. Team USA chose the future. They selected the player who elevates others over the one who centers herself. Wilson can blame Clark if she wants, but the reality is simple. The responsibility is her own. That is the real reason behind AJ Wilson's Team USA exclusion. Character outweighs numbers. And Wilson learned that lesson the hard way. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe for more straightforward sports analysis. What do you think comes next for Wilson's career? Share your thoughts below.